Let's have tons of fun gluing fabric, creating amazing frames that can be used to frame your favorite art, your passion. Oh yes, that's cartonnage. I'm Claudia Skill, cartonnage designer and teacher from Colorway Arts, and I'm here today to invite you to join our unique cartonnage framed art contest that's happening from now until November when we have the winners announced. So it will be lots and lots of fun. You have until October 13th to submit and be part of this contest. You can create amazing frames using cardboard and covering with your favorite fabric, and your art can be fixed or removable, or even you can create frames and attach to boxes or covers or other projects. So there are lots and lots of possibilities, okay? Now let's see some ideas and suggestions, or I better say some samples of things I have done with frames in cartonnage. Just, a few of them, because I have made so many more. I want to tell you that possibilities are limitless, okay? So open your heart, open your mind, see my ideas, my suggestions, and I know you're gonna have something, coming from your heart. So I would suggest you have a paper and a pencil with you. Once you see all the things I'm going to be showing you, maybe you have some, oh, I could do this or that or that. So take a note of those ideas so you can make your art in your unique gifts, of course, following all that you are inspired to do. Okay? Very good. Let me start with just frames, and then we go to frames applied to boxes or covers or other ideas that we can have, okay? Let me show you some of the frames I have made so far. And in additional videos here in this course, I will actually make the frame and show all the details, how you find the dimensions and all those stuff, okay? Right here, I just want to show what I have done so you can, be inspired to make your next cartonnage framed art, okay? Let's go. Okay, so let me show you some of the frames I have made in this maybe last 10 years. And before I show you, please forgive my sewing, okay? I don't practice sewing as much, so even though this time I learned how to do some quilting arts and I was playing, my intention was not just make those frames, but also show to my students or show to you right now how you can use the frames. So imagine your beautiful art. Okay, so the frames I will show you now, they are basically made with cardboard pieces, okay? And there are other ideas and I will show you later, but those first ones I was doing was just 2 pieces of cardboard, one for the back, another one for the front, covered in fabric, and I would at that point just glue my art here inside, okay, and then glue the 2 frames together, okay? Again, I will give you so many more ideas than this in the videos below, and actually we will be making this, okay? I just want you to be aware what I'm showing here, how is the base of that, okay? So let's see here. I made so many years ago, maybe 8 or more years ago, I learned a little bit about quilting arts and how I could, just have fun with little scraps of fabric and sew them together. As I said, my sewing, forgive me, this is very simple, but I think it made the job. Like, I could show you here the possibilities of that. So those are just a few frames that I have made playing with fabrics and pictures. And again, as I said, imagine this big part right here was this, a piece of cardboard, of course, this size, covered in fabric. And here in the back, I have my full piece of cardboard, also covered in fabric. So those are 2 of them that I made. They are still the same. They didn't change anything. They didn't change color. They didn't bend. It's all beautiful. I used to do just putting ribbon here to hold. We can also, attach some hardwares to hang on the wall. So this is one of the idea. I actually, at the same time I made those 2 scenes, I made the same one in 2 sizes. I I made these two ones in two sizes. And here I want you also to give you the idea of combining sizes of frames. And for example, here you can put two together like this, or maybe you can have one more right here. You know, you can do a lot with those beautiful frames. Again, these were just, I glued this fabric, I fixed this fabric to the cardboard, and everything is glue, so there is no, I can't remove those, okay? Those are the permanent ones I said. That's another one I made, and I actually made a video, and it is in my YouTube channel, showing how I made this frame. And I play with my cat, you know, Magic. I just printed his picture in fabric, right? And then made some sewing here, and that was the one we have a video showing how to do. Now, why we have this course? I have more tips after this, maybe, I don't know, 7 years. I have more tips and tricks, and I have another idea of adding those arts, not gluing to be fixed permanently, but also being removable if you want, okay? So that's the great value also in this course right here with new ideas, because of course the more we do, the more we practice, better we get to that, right? And better ideas come, so we can improve what we have made. So I still love those. They are out in display in my shop, okay? This one I'm not really, you know, how can I say, not super excited about, but that was what I could do in the winter scene, that I had a picture of a time, just to show another one that I have made with different fabrics around, you know, coordinating. So very recently, I invited a friend of mine, Chris Hornby from the Green Dragonfly Studio, who is a wonderful, I mean, she does wonderful embroidery things with wool, and she's a hooker, so, you know, a lot of things involving wool. So I asked her to make some embroideries for me that I would like to frame. And so let me show what she did. It's also another idea. So you don't need, I'm showing quilt art, but of course you can do so many more. This can be no-sew. I will show no-sew collage very soon. You can frame, you know, crochet, tatting, scrapbooking, paper ideas, you know, there are so many things that you can use, okay? As I said, don't be limited to what I'm showing to you. Think what you can do, what are the arts you love doing, and then how you can apply the frame to that, okay? Nice. So let me show you what Chris made, and it is also in display in my shop. I do love this a lot. So she made, look at how many beautiful embroideries. So how many of you are hand embroidery, right? And can, instead of making quilt arts, you can do what we can do with this, right? I love this so much. And again, I just made and put a ribbon here, but we can hold this and hang this with hardware as well. Okay, so those are very simple ones that I have made in the past, and now, okay, so those are the simple ones I have made in the past that are just two pieces of cardboard, you know, the base, the back, and the front, and we glue all together so it's not removable. Okay, so how about we make this to be able to remove the art that is there, so I can replace, right? Or maybe you are not very happy with the idea of gluing or fixing your art in a frame that you are not allowed to remove in the future, let's say, right? So this removable idea is even more exciting to me. And so I decided to do now do-it-yourself kits. If you want to start from do-it-yourself kits, we have do-it-yourself kits now in the big size, large size, medium, and small size, and the three of them will be with double frame idea. What is a double frame idea? Let me show you now what we can do with double frame and with removable frame. Before I go to that, I have to tell you a little story. I do love, you know, and I have played in so many times in my life with collage, like just gluing pieces of fabric or, you know, papers and fabrics and making something like unique out of that, right? So recently I had an idea. I just came out with my daughter's drawing and I said, oh, I don't know, and immediately I had the idea, okay, I can put this and some flowers and make something unique. So that was the first idea, and from there I'm playing a little bit more, and you'll find more about no-sew fabric collage, okay, in the videos below, in the sections below, where I'm showing samples and actually doing some parts so you can understand. You'll see there. But let me show what was the first one that I decided to, that I made and play, and then I'll go to the frame, okay? Good. So that was the picture my daughter made. She loves drawing, and then I found this in my cell phone. I said, oh, that's unique. How can I work with this and do something unique out of that, right? So what I did was I made a board. This is just a board. I didn't made as a frame so far, okay? But it's even bigger, you can almost don't see. But basically, I glue this, okay, this part onto the fabric that I wanted, and I did collage with all the rest of the fabric, all the rest of the flowers here with a so unique fabric I have. And I love doing backgrounds for these my arts with this white on white or tone on tone fabrics, right? So again, in the videos below, I will show you how I do this, but just for you to have an idea. So this is a drawing, my daughter's drawing, but from here you can use a picture or a drawing, you know, all that you want. So from there, I decided, okay, let me do what else I can do. So this is the size of the frame we have available. It's 14 inches by 11 inches, okay? And so I said, okay, what else I can do? So from the internet, from free images, I just pick a vase, right? And I did the same thing I did there. So I glued the vase, and then the letters, I did the same. And then I start finding some beautiful picture, beautiful flowers, you know, just creating this scene right here. So again, I use my background tone on white that I love so much. And here's what I want to show you. This is the same frame as I did in the before. And actually our do-it-yourself kit, this is a little larger. This was the first testing. So what happened here? I glued them all, the same thing I did with the other one. So this is just as it is. But then I said, oh, how about I do a double frame? And then I'm including in the kits, and I will show you in the dimensions, how I did an extra frame, okay, in another coordinating color that is a little smaller, okay? Okay, so you see here, it's a different way. So in this case, still, I have double frame, but it's still not removable, okay? It's still not removable, same thing, I just wanted to be there. How to do removable? Wait for a bit. I will show you pretty soon. Okay, another one I just made, and I'm very excited I will use it. It's not complete because I will use this in the tutorial below, okay? But again, I made this frame, so I have one fabric. I made this frame like this, and I love the looking of the APP or the paper piecing, but as I said, my sewing skills are not, you know, are not very good, and I don't practice as much. I don't have patience, to be very sincere, but I love the, you know, seeing the effect and seeing all those. For me, it looks like a puzzle, and I love so much. So recently I decided that I want to make, but not sewing. So I'm now gluing the paper piecing and creating different designs, and I will show you also in the videos below how I do that. But let me show what I did just yesterday, and I'm very excited. I think that will be super unique. So I put together a design for using axes, okay, elongated axes. And that is my idea. So what I'm gonna be doing, I will do even an extra thing here, but this is all glue ready to go, and I would be gluing here, okay, right in the middle. So that's one option. super unique, love it already. And here is the double frame in case I want to do it a little different, but a double frame. So imagine this can be any art that you want to do, for example, and that's super unique. So that's the size, one more showing in examples here. So this is the large size of frame, this is the medium size of frame that we have, and here comes the small size that we have. Okay, so these are do-it-yourself kits that are available in case you want to start from do-it-yourself kits, and with all the pieces that you need to do double frame if you want, and to do removable as well. Okay, plus you are gonna receive, if you get do-it-yourself kits, you will not just receive the pieces for the frame, you're gonna receive 2 extra scraps of cardboard, because what I cut in from inside of the frames I didn't remove, it is in the kit. So you're gonna have, actually for all the kits you're gonna have three squares or rectangulars piece, depending as it is, in 2 frames, and so you can play with them and create your unique frame. Okay, nice. So I'm very excited with that one as well. Cannot wait to finish this, and I will finish in the video, so if you go below you'll see how that it is. And now let me show you the removable part, right? I think the removable is so good for so many ideas here, and let me show how to do it. Okay, good. So that was a class we had in the shop recently for sewing. Okay, and one of the members of our club, Donna, our friend, was teaching how to, you know, create this mini quilt, everything sewed, and put in making a binder after with that. The problem is I had a problem with my sewing machine, and how can I do it? So what I did, a friend of mine would say that I was cheating, but I don't think so. I just use, you know, thermal paper here, like hidden bone, as she was doing the technique. I just create the scene, and then after that I just draw lines with a pen that is suitable for fabric. So that's what I did. So there's no sewing here. This is part of, if I would say, a category of our frames, that would be a no-sew fabric project, because there is no sewing involved here. Right, so how we can do this? Let me remove everything so I can show you the possibilities again. So this is a frame. I already glued this everything together. So it is the back, okay, and the top. And you see I glue a different fabric right here, so I have this well finished. So what else I have? In this case, I created the top. Instead of the top frame being just flat, I added extra pieces on the back. And the kits also come with these extra pieces. So I will show in details how to make it very well finished. So this part here, when I am done with this, and again I show in the tutorials, we will glue just the part of this frame. Let's say I glue this here, okay? Then, what is my art? In this case, it was just a thin interfacing, and I just glue a poster board on the back of the interfacing to be more sturdy. But you can use your frame, like for example, if you are doing cross stitch or any other hand embroidery, that you could use, for example, you know, self-stick mountain board, or you can use comic book boards, whatever you use to kind of give some make your art more sturdy. So then what happened, once my frame is there, it will be all glue, I can simply put my art inside. Look at this, right? And that's it. It will be removable anytime I want to remove. That what I can do. That can be for any size. Okay, this idea can be applied for any size of those frames I'm talking about here, and you can do this for any quilt art, hand embroidery, machine embroidery, you know, anything you have, no sew fabric, you know, ideas, so many things that you can do. So the option of gluing them down or making removable is up to you. You see how simple everything it is, right? Okay, so those are, I think those are the samples I have for you as just frames as it is, that you can like hang in the wall or put in the door or whatever, or even use a support to hang it, okay? Very good. So now that said, let's go and see, let me keep going, and I will show now some other options using framing cartonnage that are not just really frames, just frames itself, but that can be, but that the same idea can be applied to that, okay? Very good. Let me show first one basic project that would be a photo frame, right? We have already a do-it-yourself kit that shows in so many details how to make a photo frame with the standing stuff, everything in cartonnage, okay? And then we already have a space. It's also removable, so whatever side you decide to not glue, you will put your picture. So this is more for picture, but you can apply the same idea of the removable frame here. So that can be, this project can be one idea or solution for standing your art the way you want, okay? Again, in my do-it-yourself kit, this frame is just glue for pictures, so we don't have much space here to put a thick art. But, for example, if you want to put something thick like this, it probably won't go. But then, if you use what I'm gonna be telling you in the tutorials in this course, we will be able to make this higher, and then any art will fit here, right? Perfect. So that's one. I actually made long ago also something like this, and I was promoting my classes in the shop. So you can see here that it will also stand like it's just a piece. As if you are familiar with cartonnage, let me already go and show. This is a cover for a book, for example, right? We have this, and just another way of using a frame just to have your art in the covers. But just for you to show, that's not much different than what I did in here. But then inside of this, I put some frames, and again, that can be for removable or not, it's up to you, right? And this stays like this. So it's super, super fun and easy idea of making. As I showed that one, let me go to another one. This also can be considered a frame in my idea, not only for the contest, but for everything. I always call this frame as well, because in this case, instead of adding a frame on top of it, okay, see here, instead of adding on top of this, I cut a piece in my cover, okay, and create a frame from here, and then I add, in this case, was, you know, a cross stitch. So it is lots of ideas and possibilities. The same thing of making a hole, let's say, right, to be the frame and the top of the lid, for example. This is a piece of mini quilt that I made long ago, and I just put in this box. How unique is this box, just with this little difference, okay? And that's something you can be done. Here we have another one that is a box I also made long ago. Here, this is the frame. This is No Soul Collage, right? And this is actually the flower of my logo, and this is in a book. So this is also something we can be doing. This is Danny, look at how unique. And then I made the box with the book, coordinating with different ways of doing that. If you are familiar with my book that I published in 2017, this project is actually in my book, okay? And you can see here another way of doing a frame. So in the outside part of a box, here is, you know, with some bedding. So this is also a very unique box, and it's considered a frame in my idea of adding those, okay? We also have the lidded boxes that, for example, in this case, there is a frame right here on the top of the box, and then I can have my quilts or any arts that I want right here. Perfect. Oh, there's another one that I love to show to you. This is also another idea. Same thing, just cutting a piece here, and there's bedding. Look at how unique. And here we have the box, you know, for my threads or whatever I want. I think that's really, really unique. It makes the whole difference in the project, right? Very good. So what else? Okay, I think I have one more that I want to show you because I think that is really the idea of this box. It can be used for so many other different boxes that you can create, because again, as I said, it's not just frames itself. You can combine frame with other cartonnage projects, and that it's also something very unique. So I created a few years ago a project called Photo Art Caddy that was really unique. I love it so much. We still have that project, the do-it-yourself kit with instructions, you know, and we also, you have the opportunity to make this as it's an organizer. You can put a Lazy Susan on the bottom so it can even spin, and that can apply to any other boxes, right? But the idea here was to add to the sides of the box some frames, right? So what happened here, the way I show in the instructions how to do, is also removable. So here's another idea. Take a look. This is iris folding, fabric iris folding. How great, right? So it can be here, but it can also be, for example, a cross stitch, which is so beautiful and unique, right? So imagine now you have 4, okay, you can do 4 frames, for example, and include different arts in each side. So that will be really amazing. Here comes some machine embroidery that can also be added there. Okay, some machine embroidery. Let me put the machine embroidery right here. Look at this. Okay, perfect. So there are so many ideas, and again, you can spin this box if it is your idea to have that or not, right? It's up to you. Well, I definitely couldn't stay here showing more and more samples because it's so unique, and I have made so many different things over the years because I do love the idea of combining passions, you know, and creating something super unique. So now listen to your heart, see what you know are more interested in, and then from now you will go to the next videos of this course in the next sections, where I will be showing how to make the frame. Okay, so you, after that, after knowing how are the details, it's very simple, but there are a few details that are important so you can make them the way you want. And then after that, you are ready to create the frame for the art you want, or maybe you want to create a box to add a frame, or just a frame, I don't know, okay? And if you are watching this in 2023, from August to November, we are having the contest, Cartonnage Framed Art Contest, okay? So take a look at the rules and everything, and I would love you to submit your art because we have money prizes and you have so many good things going on. So don't miss also this section about the contest if you are watching this in 2023. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy all of these ideas and inspiration, and I cannot wait to see what you are making from now. Okay, so I will see now in the next videos where we're gonna be actually putting our hands on glue, and I will show you how to create the frames. See you then.